Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. Well, it's day 2 of Schmecking noodles. I'm going to use the other half of my egg noodles in a kind of like a Swedish meatballs kind of casserole. So let's go. Okay, here's the basic ingredients for our Schmecking meatballs. Here's our noodles. They kind of look like they stuck together in the fridge. Let's hope I can get them apart. So we got some egg noodles. Dehydrated vegetables. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but it's MSG-free beef base. My last slice of this week's bread, or the weekend's bread, an egg, can of mushroom soup, ground beef, dehydrated vegetables and flakes of your choice, and frying pan. We've got our water on to boil for our noodles. We've got a casserole dish which we will butter, and a frying pan heating up to cook our meatballs. So let's get moving. Oh, you're going to want an onion too. First things first, we've got to get our meatballs in that frying pan. So let's start with, this bread's a couple of days old, so let's move these out of the way. Don't need them till later. Now you just do whatever you want for your favorite meatball recipe. I'm making one real simple. Bread. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder, just for give the meatballs a bit of kick. Some garlic. And where's my salt? I can't find my salt. Oh my goodness, it's hiding. Here we go. Some salt. Some pepper. Our hamburger. Now you make this recipe of meatballs to suit your family, okay? That's why I'm not really giving you measurements. I didn't put any liquid in these because I want them to be good and solid, because they're going to be cooked in the mushroom soup. I am just taking them by the 1.5 tablespoon cookie scoop, and then just rolling a meatball, and I'm frying them in butter. You fry them in whatever you want. Bacon fat. I actually should have done them in bacon fat, now that I'm thinking about it. While those are simmering, I'm going to get some celery, chop up some celery and some onion to saute with those. Well, I'm going to open these mushrooms, get our mushrooms in there with the meatballs. The last 3 limp stalks of celery, so we'll use them up with the added veg. I should say the added advantage of an extra veg. Low in calories, high in fiber and nutrition. And an onion, of course. If you got peppers or any kind of sauteable vegetable, you go ahead, but get your meatballs browned on at least one side first, because these veg are going to give off a lot of water. So, whoops, here I am squishing a meatball. I better turn them up. I'm going to do my best to break apart these noodles that seem to be somewhat stuck. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. Oh no. we could have a problem with the noodles. We'll see. We'll just hopefully let the water break them up. I did flour them before I put them in here, but we shall see. You're really pretty much cooking the meal before it goes in the oven. God, I can remember when my kids were little doing this with the microwave. I don't use a microwave anymore. Sometimes I do. I shouldn't say I don't. Sometimes I do when we're cooking in the coach or camping in the coach. Okay. Now what we're going to do, our noodles are almost there. You don't want them overcooked for one reason only. They're going into a liquid, right? So I've turned them off, and what we're going to do now is, while these are partially cooked, we're going to start filling whoops, shoot. We're going to start filling our buttered casserole dish. Now I haven't really cooked these meatballs or the vegetables, just kind of browned things up and opened the pores of the vegetables. Let's see, oh, this is going to be wonderful. We're going to turn this pan back on high, and I've put a heaping tablespoon of flour in here and a heaping tablespoon of MSG free beef broth powder, sorry. And I'm going to throw in a handful of my dehydrated mixed veggies. And I'm stirring that all together. And this is why we fried everything in butter, because we're going to make a gravy. And in goes the can of mushroom soup. Now you want this fairly thick, folks. Why? Because there's vegetables in the the casserole dish that are going to sweat and give off juice. Let's get all of this wonderful mushroom soup in there. All right, now let's just set this aside. In go the noodles. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to just pour this all over that. Oh yeah. Can you smell what the mama's cooking? Sorry, Rock, I had to. Oh, there we go. That's it. Now, as I always often do, just a sprinkle of Parmesan. It's totally unnecessary. I'm going to cover this with tin foil. Because my other casserole dish with the lid is in the dishwasher, and my other one's in the coach. Getting ready for summertime. Okay, this is going into a 325 degree oven for an hour. Okay, Papa's home, so it's time for supper. Let's see if I made a muck of it. Because you just never know. Oh no, that's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we'll let this rest for about 5 minutes and then we'll call Papa to the table. So, this is meatball noodle casserole.
Meatball noodle, oh, there's a meatball. Don't want to miss that.
They're all on the bottom. Yeah, you don't want to salt this because I added gravy base as well as soup, so.
I never salt anything, my dear.
Oh yeah, you're just Mr. Perfect.
No, not perfect, just
I know, sweetie. I'm teasing you.
sodium.
Careful, it's really hot.
Homemade noodles?
Yes, sir. Does it schmack?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear.
Hot.
Hot. What do you say? What do you say? Now I'm asking. Say please. Oh, that's very nice. Very ladylike. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying it may not have come out of the cookbook, but it still really schmacks because it's homemade right down to the noodles, right? Take care, God bless.